Logistics ministry is the ministry for me. We assist in the needs of the church, includes all the other hexadynamics. Logistics ministry is the ministry for me. We assist in the needs of the church, includes all the other hexadynamics. You see, logistics ministry is the ministry for me. We assist in the needs of the church, which includes all the other hexadynamics. You see, I belong to L, I belong to LO, I belong to LOGISTICS, and I am HABBY to be a GIBER to help my CHURCH. It's the FDJCI. I belong to L, I belong to LO, I belong to LOGISTICS, and I am HABBY to be a GIBER to help my CHURCH. It's the FDJCI. Logistics!
The logistics booth. The logistics booth encompasses several items on it, and each of them has an essential representations. First is the booth. The booth itself symbolizes the ministry, the reason why its color is violet, and it carries or holds several other representations. Next is the curtain. The curtain symbolizes shield, protection, coverings, and even beautification. Logistics protects the church finances so that it will go to its right proceeds according to the need of the church. Next is the chair. It symbolizes or represents equipment and facilities of the church which is being handled or taken care of by the logistics ministry. The offering box. It is where the tithes, haggai, love gifts, and other offerings are being given. The fruits, vegetables, sack of rice. Letter A represents the ability of the logistics ministry to provide for the need of the church. Letter B, it also symbolizes abundance. Thus, there has to be a lot of fruits in the church. Next is the BP apparatus and vitamins. Health is wealth. So, it's just aligned for the logistics ministry to be concerned and see to it that the church is healthy, not just financially but spiritually, physically, and mentally, and it can be obtained by conducting lectures on health awareness. The bag of money. Logistics generally means provision and caters the need of all other ministries, departments, and the church as a whole. YouTube channel. The church YouTube page can be a source of financial blessing when monetized. That is why I'm taking this opportunity that we encourage at least 5 of our family and relatives, even friends, to subscribe to FTJCI Central Church YouTube channel. Next is the piggy bank. Logistics is geared on teaching the brethren to save and invest their blessings for future use. And for that to be materialized, we have the book entitled God's Financial Plan for His Family, in order to educate the brethren on how to orderly and properly utilize the blessings from God. The words is stewardship, health and wellness, compassion offering, Dorcas, love gifts, sacrificial giving, church building, and the like are projects, activities, and or actions attached to in relation to logistics ministry. The last but not the least, logistics ministry anchors its endeavors to the Word of God, which is primarily the Malachi 3:10, and other biblical stands pertaining to giving and blessing the church, like Haggai, the 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verses 6 to 7, it's about the cheerful giving, the Luke 6:38, give and it shall be given unto you, and the Pauline declaration of blessing in Philippians chapter 4 verse 19, the 3 John chapter 1 verse 2, which pertains to health, the Matthew 6:33, and a lot more verses. We solely trust and depend on the power of the Word of God towards the fulfillments of His promises to us. God bless everyone. To God be all the glory. Welcome po sa isa na namang milestone ng ating ministry fair, and for this year 2021, ang theme po natin ay Your Reasonable Service, which can be found in Romans chapter 12 verse 1. Una-una po sa lahat, wini-welcome po namin ang lahat ng viewers, and ito pong ministry fair para po sa kaalaman ng lahat ay joint efforts ng lahat ng ministries and its respective manpower ng FTJCI Central Church. Ayan. So, let's go back to Romans chapter 12 verse 1. Sabi po dyan, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. So, yung adjective po na reasonable ay inattach po sa word na service. Yun po yung paglilingkod natin, and it refers to our service to God, no? Bilang mga anak ng Panginoon, we're working in His vineyard. And yung reasonable, ang ibig pong sabihin yan, it's fair or it's appropriate, no? And when we say reasonable service, so meron po palang paglilingkod sa Panginoon na hindi reasonable. Kung babalikan po natin yung verse na ating pong binasa, no, kailangan daw po tayo maging banal sa paglilingkod sa Panginoon. So, papaano po natin magagawa yung tinatawag na reasonable service upang maging acceptable sa Panginoon? Unang-una po, kailangan po natin maging humble sa paglilingkod sa Panginoon. Hindi po natin kailangan magmalaki kung ano po yung meron tayo, dahil lahat naman yan ay galing sa Panginoon. So, let's serve the Lord with humble heart. And secondly, mga kapatid, kailangan po maging rooted tayo sa salita ng Panginoon para po meron po tayong guide kung paano po tayo gagawa sa ubasan ng Lord. And then next po, kailangan maging focus lang tayo. No, let's focus our service to Jesus. Huwag po tayong lilingon sa kaliwa, huwag po tayong lilingon sa kanan, because if we do so, marami po tayong may encounter na mga katitusuran. It's true and it's proven, mga kapatid. Dahil ang mga kasama po natin, though we are all Christians and serving God, hindi po may iwasan ang mga imperfections, yung mga flaws natin, and individual differences. And because of that, we are prone to mistakes, we are prone to pagkakatisod, no? Kaya yun po ang advice ko. Una, kailangan po tayong maglingkod sa Panginoon in a humble way. Next, we need to be rooted in the Word of God. And then, next po, kailangan po nating i-focus ang ating paglilingkod sa ating Panginoong Jesus lamang. Yun. And next encouragement ay para po sa mga magbaguhan. Kailangan po nating mag-aral, no, ng salita ng Panginoon. We need to study the Word of God first. We need to encourage ourselves to learn the words of God para po meron po tayong panlaban in case na tinawag tayo ng Panginoon na maging manpower, na maging minister. Yan. Kaya to God be all the glory. Salamat po sa lahat, and God bless you, mga kapatid.